I spend a lot of time in my consulting career working with CEOs of mostly Fortune 500 and Australian ASX companies and so on, sometimes smaller companies, governments and so on, but in particular CEOs on the topic of leadership, strategic thinking, issues like that. And it's always interesting for me personally observing, my career apart from teaching and consulting, is just to see the way different people react, whether they use the ideas, whether they just install them in their organisation, whether they use them personally. And in my own experience, the CEOs who lead from the front, who personally use the stuff themselves, get a much better result from the organisation than the ones who just say we should do this, but that's it. One example, perhaps one of the best examples, best well-known examples, is Jack Welch of General Electric. And Jack was a great proponent of x10 thinking, of strategic thinking, of innovation and so on, and he would use the ideas himself. People knew he would use the ideas. If you went to Jack with a problem, you knew he was going to say, well, now I need a BVS, a better view of the situation. So his executives, his people, went to him not just with problems, but with solutions. One day we were sitting, talking, having a cup of tea in his plush executive penthouse on Madison Avenue in New York, and he was whinging a bit. He was saying, I don't have any time. He said, everyone wants to talk to me. The president of General Motors has to talk to the president of GE, and so I need more time. And then, as if following his own thoughts, he clicked in with x10 thinking. He said, if only I could multiply myself by 10, which of course you can't, but then that as a stepping stone leads to the idea of what if there could be 10 Jack Welches, or at least 10 presidents. And he said, I know. He said, what if I change the titles of all my business division executive vice presidents to presidents? He did that. And in that sense, he multiplied himself by 10. Now, that idea alone wouldn't be enough to transfer the company, but that kind of thinking, of which that's an example, is exactly the kind of thinking. And Jack was terrific at that. He practiced it himself, expected others to do the same thing.